Welcome to the second episode of the exciting Property Investment Network. My name is Taka and I'll be hosting you today. This show is where we discuss and learn about property investing in Africa in just 10 minutes or so. Now, today's topic is why invest in property? Why? So, I'm going to divide this episode into two parts. Today we're going to look at the potential that is there in real estate. And in the next show, we'll have another second part where we are going to look at the property as an asset class. But today, let's look at why invest in property. Now, it is said that about 90% of the world's millionaires have created their investing in real estate. 90% of the millionaires in the world have created their wealth in real estate. So that is an opportunity. So we want to know more about it. Why property invest in property? Now, let's look at the potential that is there in real estate or property. Compared to other asset classes, real estate is much better vehicle. It's a much better vehicle for you to create wealth and store wealth. Remember, you create wealth and you store it there, okay, for a long time period. So property is one of the best asset class for that. Why is it that? There are a number of reasons why it is like that. The first one being that there's a better chance of using other people's money. I believe at this stage we're trying to gain traction and understand this term, other people's money. What is other people's money? Some people call them OPM. What is other people's money? Other people's money, these are the money that you go through loans, a home loan. So for property, there is a better chance of getting a loan to buy property than any other asset classes. In other words, if you want to start a business, you go to the bank, the guy who say you want to buy property is more likely to get a loan than the guy who wants to start a business or buy a car. The reason being now is once you buy property, the value does not change. In other words, after a month, the same value, you can sell back the house or property at the same price and perhaps at a higher price. Unlike a car, you get a loan, you buy a car. 1 month later, you go back to the bank and say, here's your car. It's going to be less than the value that you bought it for. Probably they'll say it's now 90% or maybe 80%. And some people have this statement that when you buy a brand new car, the moment you drive it out of the garage and bring it back, it will lose its value by 10%. But this does not happen with the real estate. That's why you are likely to get a loan. The second point why invest in property is that property appreciates in value over a long period of time. When you say long period of time, you're talking about 10 years. After 10 years, I can bet the value of the property is going to be higher over a long period of time. Of course, over a year, it can go down, up, depending on the market. But over 10 years, you are 100% sure that the value has gone up. The third reason why property is that property also covers a residential property. And residential property is the basic need. So you can never go wrong investing in the residential property because people need homes, they need houses. Shelter is a basic need. So investing in property, you are guaranteed, more guaranteed of a success than any other investments. Now, how can you succeed in real estate investments? Because you've seen some people have lost money, some people have got some, some challenges in investing in real estate. Now, the returns in real estate is either high or low depending on the skill of the investor. Okay, so it's about the skill of the investor. So you've got to make sure that you upgrade your skills, you become better, you do all sorts of things to upgrade your knowledge, your skills, and then once you know, you become better at it. Okay? The other reasons why a property investment is that when you invest in real estate, you don't just make money out of the appreciating value. You also get income in terms of rental. Another reason why real estate is that real estate investment has got huge tax advantages, and these advantages, they differ from one country to another, but these benefits, you find them through in which country you are, your tax laws and property laws, and also incentives that are around real estate. So there are incredible tax advantages. You can go to the US and there are tax advantages. You can go here in South Africa, there are tax advantages, to the point that some people are actually getting 50%, more than 50% off the price which they buy, just looking for the advantages of taxes. The other reason why real estate is that you can buy real estate below market value. Some people are buying property at 40% the value and then immediately put it on the market next month at 100%, and they make 60% profit just within 30 days. That's fantastic. So you've got to look for motivated buyers who are ready to put down the price. Probably these guys have bought the property over 20 years. They're not interested in all these things. They just want to get rid of the property. There you are. You've got the money. You can negotiate and get value out of it. Maybe get it for 30% or 40% or 50%, depending on how you negotiate or how motivated the sellers are. Also, in the other episode, we're going to talk about this motivated. Who are these motivated sellers? Where do you find these motivated sellers who are ready to give their property? So there are three major types of motivations that you should look out for. We will discuss that in the other episodes. The other thing why property investment is that property, you can increase value of an asset by renovation. You buy a house, you add another room, another bedroom, and increase the value. If you paint it, it increase the value. So you can work on your asset and increase value around it. And then the final reason, I've mentioned it before, is leverage. In real estate, you use the property or the asset as leverage to get funding, and then you can let other people pay off that property, that loan that you get. So these are some of the reasons why property investment, why people are making millions, why 90% of the millionaires have got their money coming from real estate investing. So that is for today. We'll continue again next week. But before I just I've received a question from Trevor. His name is Trevor in Johannesburg. He sent me a question yesterday, and I responded to this question. Here is the question. He said, "Hi Taka, thanks for the quick revert back. I'm on a journey to propose my first rental property. Can you please advise if it's a good idea to invest in rental property that is located in an estate? An estate is a secure village whereby I have to pay levies. Can I also get some reference on some hard money lenders, companies, entities that fund small investors who have no credit that you know. Thank you, from Trevor. I'm going to respond to this. There are two parts to this question. I'm going to respond to them. Now, the first thing that you need to know, you need to have knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge makes a difference. So you need to have knowledge in property investment. If you run in, jump in, you might end up regretting. So in general, the more knowledge you have in property investment, the better decisions that you make. The better your decisions, the better your chance of success. So you need to have the right knowledge of property investment. And how you can acquire this knowledge: attend workshops, do courses, seminars, read books, network, and take action. This is how you get knowledge and skills in real estate. Also, the second thing about success in property investing. Property investing is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You know, where you get in and you get out, you make your millions and you're done. No. Property investment should be for life, a life commitment. Look at the bigger picture. Look at the long term. If you get in quickly and you want to get out quickly, you'll be banned quickly and you leave and never do property again quickly. So when you go in there, go in with the attitude of staying there, investing for a long term. Now, let's answer his question. So, what you invest in, it depends on your strategy. You need to have a strategy. What is your strategy? There's so many strategies, property strategies that you can have. When we say a strategy, we mean what are your goals and what do you want to achieve. Before you even buy the property and look for it, you need to know, what do you want? Is it student accommodation? Is it a multifamily, a rental? Is it development? What is it? What is your plan? That will guide you on your choice. Each choice has got the pros and cons, but you stick for it because you know the reason why. The second decision, advice is that when you do property investment, base your decisions on the bottom line figures. This is not about emotions. You may like the property, but if it doesn't make money, you leave it. So the idea is to think in a business way. Think business. So do the calculations. What are the costs that you're going to incur? Compare the cost versus the income. Then you can decide. I know some people who are prepared to have more expense than income. But it depends on your strategy, like I said. So at the end of the day, the bottom line figures will tell you what to do. And then the second part of the questions, I think it talks about getting money. The first place to get money for property investment is the banks. So I advise him, go to the bank and get money from the bank. There are also hard money lenders. Their conditions are very, very stringent and the interest is very high. Actually, very few people go to hard money lenders, especially if you want to do rental. Rental property is for a long time. So if your interests are high, you burn yourself. So you need the lowest interest you can get. But some people who do renovation, they can go to money lenders, get money 1 month and bring it back. But I don't advise going to hard money lenders. So these are some of the ways he can get money for his project. Now, let's just end our episode by just saying that you can subscribe to the channel if you want to get more of this, because next week we are going to be continuing. Next week we'll be continuing on the same topic, why invest in property, but we are going to compare property with other investments like cash, bonds, equities, and see where does property fit into all this. So I ask you, subscribe to this channel so that you keep getting more. Also, share this episode with your friends, like it, and so that your friends also want to benefit from all this learning that's happening. So share this episode with your friend. Also, leave your comment below, down there. Leave your comment. You are welcome to contact me. Leave your comment. Also, if you want a transcript of this episode, send me an email and say, Taka, I want the transcript for episode number 2. Then I'll email it to you. My email is right at the bottom, just below. So thank you so much today for joining us. We'll meet you again next time here at the Property Investors Network. Thank you.